All right, we are live according to Google Plus. So should I start?
Yes.
So we wanted to get together on Google Plus here. Just you and I. Maybe somebody else will join in. I don't know. To the watch it live, but we just want to talk about the recent news at E3. And what is that news, Nathaniel?
Shenmue 3.
Oh yeah, Shenmue 3 is happening.
Well, most
Wow.
likely, there's a good chance it'll happen.
While his kits are funny.
You know, what's interesting on Kickstarter, though, is I pledged my money, but I can actually back out if I wanted to.
Right. Yes. So technically, it's not funded yet, but chances of it getting funding are very, very high. I mean, I doubt it's going to go down much, if any.
Well, I definitely noticed it has slowed down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely took longer to reach that last million.
But, you know.
Even the second million took longer than the first million.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you heard the news, but Shenmue 3 is the fastest game to reach the first million in history.
Breaking records all over again.
That's pretty cool, and it's the second fastest altogether, or behind some type of watch.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. The first couple of stretch goals were dumb, in my opinion.
Yeah, subtitles.
Okay, subtitles are probably good for those people in those regions. I mean, yay for them. I kind of wonder if they're going to have any voices. Huh?
I just was saying, yeah, it's useless to us, but hey.
There's a lot of things to talk about. So, yeah, you know, I don't know if, you know, I think all the fanboys, you know, pledged right away. If I didn't have the situation I was in, where my debit card was in the process of getting a new one, I would have pledged that night too. But
yep.
Yeah, but this raises a lot of well, I actually kind of have a lot of questions. Like, is there going to be voiceovers? And if so, is it going to be Japanese? Well, actually, I think it's going to be Japanese because I think that is one of the guys on the page, part of the creative team.
Well, that might just be the creative team, but
no, Rio.
I'm sure.
It says the actor playing Rio and Shenmue 2 star both stage and screen has lent his voice for the video games, radio, and anime. So it sounds like he's probably back.
Well, it doesn't mean that's going to be the only voice option.
But, you know, my other question is, 3 million just doesn't seem like enough to do this game.
I mean, Sony is backing it some.
Backing it, they've been a little vague on how they're backing it. They made it sound like well, it's weird. They've said a lot without actually committing to a lot. Like they said they're gonna help to make sure it happens, but what does that help mean? Like programming help? You know, moral support?
Well, support? What is statements they said? Turn the light you have down.
What?
Like a fan was blowing really loud there. Anyways. They're like, we'll do what we need to see this project through. So.
The fact that they're using the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What?
Because that's interesting that they're using Unreal. Because I don't think the first two weren't Unreal. It was that free engine, wasn't it?
The original games?
Yeah.
Well, that was a custom engine that they built.
Yeah, the free.
I don't know if that's the name of the engine. Free just was an acronym for Full Reactive Eyes Entertainment. Right. I don't think that was. I mean, I don't even know what the
name of the engine. Yeah, I tried looking this up earlier to see what the original engine was, and I couldn't find it.
I know it's
But,
custom built,
right.
but
Well,
honestly, I would be just as happy if they took the original engine and just built Shenmue 3. But I'm not gonna complain if they build a better, cool looking game.
I mean, yeah, the environments in that look awesome.
The what?
Environments,
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's something quick that they've tossed together.
right? But still, they look pretty good.
Rio looks a little weird. Shenhua
Yeah,
looks fine.
right.
Like I was
And
saying,
go ahead.
I actually kind of like the older looking Rio model. You know, the low polygon. I mean,
From
yeah,
Dreamcast.
yeah. I mean, that's to me, that's what he looks like, and I just don't feel like they've captured that look quite yet. And actually, there's one picture I keep seeing where it's the video, the title screen for the video before you hit play, and you see
Yeah,
Shenhua and Rio behind her. He actually looks kind of old in that one. Like
yeah,
weird. Just looks really, really weird.
yeah. So yeah, but like it says on the Kickstarter page,
I
all
know.
images are not
And then
work
I
in
see
progress.
I see some of these screen art or art or whatever these are from Shenmue Online, like the Landy picture,
Yeah.
which I don't like how he looks, and I didn't like how he looked in the Shenmue Online one much either.
I didn't like how most of the characters looked in that, but
Yeah,
I'm sure it was a quick
I
image
like
they
the.
throw it together.
Uh, I don't know if that's. I think Shenmue Online was fairly far along before it got canned.
Yeah. Um, it would definitely be interesting to kind of look back at all the rumors about Shenmue 3 that came out over the years and see which ones were true and which ones were
Well,
false.
no, right?
Well, him getting the rights from
Well,
Sega, that's true. Now him looking into Kickstarter, that's true.
I kind of wonder what Sega's role in this will be. I mean, it's pretty clear that they don't have a role at this
Right.
time.
Right. If you look all the way down at Kickstarter page,
Yeah,
there's
I know the fact, the
uh,
FAQ.
the FAQ.
Yeah, I know. I read that too. They're not allowed, they're not allowed to discuss any terms of the deal.
Right. I mean, speaking of Sega, I wonder if there's anybody there kind of kicking themselves after seeing how much money this thing's raised.
Well, I don't know. Is let's see, we have 39,500 backers.
Yeah.
So and out of that, you subtract 1,500. So I guess technically 38,000 people bought the game. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the sales figures for a normal game to be considered a success.
Well, I know for like Alan Wake, 2 million wasn't. It was considered good, but not
Yeah,
uber
so
amazing.
really, in a way, okay, so now I kind of wonder like an indie title or something. I mean, the number of backers here doesn't actually equate to good sales figures, to be honest.
Right.
So,
But these are, yeah, these are also die-hard fans of the series.
so actually, maybe the better comparison is, you know, what is a typical pre-sale or pre-order rate for a good game? Because
Yeah.
this is probably more like your pre-order numbers.
Let's see if I can look that up. Yeah. I mean, kind of going back to Sega, I just hope they at least see this and be like, huh, maybe we should put up 1 and 2 HD. And it'd be cool if they did that. They talked to Yu Suzuki about maybe implementing a file save transfer system.
Well, I was thinking about that. Everyone wants Shenmue 1 and 2 HD to come out. I keep seeing that a lot. Like a lot of people still want that. But I'm kind of thinking, is that going to help or hurt Shenmue 3? Because now if you have this come out and people see it's like, oh, this is really bad, or like, because I'm afraid it's not going to age. Okay, it was a bit of a niche to begin with, and it was a bit of a cult classic, and it had flaws. Shenmue 1 was flawed. Shenmue 2 was
Right.
a lot better on the Dreamcast. It didn't do so well on the Xbox,
Right.
but you're kind of, I won't go into that, but I just wonder if people are going to see these and if that's going to sour their reception to 3. Like, not the uninitiated. Like, ooh, these two weren't very good. I don't know why I would even play the third one. That's my fear. Like, what I would like to see is like a director's cut of the first two, where they do HD, clean it up a little bit. I'd like to see them redo the voice acting, to be honest.
I'm okay with the voice acting.
I do. I like the
It's
voice
kind
acting.
of
I think that's going to be the first thing people complain about.
it's kind of like people who complain about Star Wars being remastered in that way. No,
Well, I'm talking same actors, just
still, it's part of
I'd like,
the
huh?
game how it was presented at the time to me.
Yeah.
And who says no? Usually left anything out per se to have a director's cut,
Well, the
unless
director cut could just be putting those two games back together, kind of as they started.
that would be cool if they
So
did.
it's one big long narrative.
Yeah, not have a break. Just you continue right into Shenmue 2.
And then rumor has it that there's a chapter on the boat that got.
Yeah, there is. You can on the Xbox edition. They had that picture uh, mode. If you take pictures of certain stuff, you unlock that chapter as a comic book, which
Hmm.
I need to do because I never actually read that.
Probably on Shenmue Dojo somewhere.
Probably, I'm sure you can find it online. Yeah, it deals with Chai again, him sneaking on the boat, right?
Yeah. Fans.
So I'm green for some reason. If anybody's watching this and curious why, I don't know why.
Yeah,
So
I just want the first two on something more modern, so I don't have to dig out my Dreamcast every time.
yeah, I was starting to play it the first one last night, and it froze up on me, so I had to burn a copy to continue playing.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. I might try to play them on my PC or something. Or again, using the Xbox controller. Yeah, that'd be kind of
I
fun.
I could not do it on the PC. It would have well, as an emulator at least, I couldn't do it on the PC.
Why?
The first just feels so right playing on Dreamcast.
Well, I agree.
You know,
I don't know
because that's how
something
it's
about the controller.
again was presented.
I agree. I mean, like even when I play Shenmue 2 on the 360, it just doesn't feel right.
Right?
There's something about
Uh,
that Dreamcast controller. It just feels more natural. I know.
well, and emulators have issues of their own, bugs, and
Yeah, but the null DC one's not bad.
you can see can't on that one you see through like Rio's head hairline.
Yeah, there's some clipping issues.
Yeah,
So, which console are you gonna get it for PC or PS4?
I'm probably at least gonna. So I bat the project,
Yeah.
and you get the choice of a physical copy or a digital copy on either PlayStation 4 or PC. I'm probably gonna get the physical copy on PC, and
Yeah.
then buy it again on PlayStation 4
Yeah.
because
So,
might as well get the physical copy because it's a special Kickstarter edition or a case at least.
it's kind of weird that they don't have a disc version for PS4 if you pledge enough. Like a
Yeah,
Kickstarter only disc version.
right. It's interesting. They kind of make it sound like there might be a physical release for that once it comes out, but not at the time of the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Which, if they do a physical release for PlayStation 4, I'm definitely going to get the physical release.
So we're up to 3.1 million.
Yep.
Another 100,000 to get a new feature.
Yeah, the reproller system.
Yeah, rapport. I'm more excited about the gameplay features than I am like the expanded village stuff.
Yeah, you see they add more stretch goals.
And I don't get what they're doing with trying to piecemeal this, or how they say it, Basha
The
village.
village. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Like infiltration mission. Is that
Well,
like sneaking into a warehouse again or something?
yeah. So this is what I don't understand, and I wish they would explain what they're doing. Like, I just want to play Shenmue 3. What are these extra things? Are these chapters you're cutting out? Are these just side missions? Is the main? I mean, does 2 million give me the main storyline?
Are these just like a multiplayer features? No, not a multiplayer, but a separate play mode.
Well, like this rapport system, is that just more? It's just another game mechanic that they're going to add into the overall. Okay, the rapport and the skill tree seem like they're just two extra game mechanics that'll be maybe integrated into the core of the system, core of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. 5 mini games. Okay, that makes sense. Just more little games.
Yeah, I wish they would explain these perks or these stretch goals a little bit more. What they
Yeah.
are. But I guess getting off topic slightly, it's kind of cool that it set these Kickstarter records, and it actually made, I wouldn't say major news or anything, but it's it's given them the game some attention from news outlets that wouldn't normally care at all. Like I think
Right.
even Forbes had an article about it online.
Yeah, was it CNET also had an
Yeah.
article about it? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely cool. I mean, no, I kind of hope this thing breaks a bunch of records, crowdfunding records.
I don't know.
But I wonder what is the highest Kickstarter project.
Well, there's this one game by the guy who did Wing Commander, and he wanted like 2 million, and he ended up getting like 64 million. I don't think we're going to beat any records, and considering the rate at which it's slowed down.
Well, like somebody pointed out, it's like a bell curve where you start high and then you slow down, and you towards the end you're gonna pick up some steam again. If it,
Okay.
so, well, like most
And
kits are.
yeah. So 2 days down, 3 million ish. So we're making 1.5 million a day. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do wonder what the ceiling is on this thing.
You think there's a limit that you can raise on Kickstarter?
What?
You think there is a limit you can raise on Kickstarter?
I'm not saying limit so much in a literal term. I'm just wondering where it's going to plateau at for this particular campaign. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering what is the final number going to be for us? What are we going to get up to? Because, like I said, I was actually that night. I was actually a little worried because, I checked it at 3 o'clock in the morning because I just couldn't sleep, and I'm like, oh, it's at 1.5 million, and it's not moving. I actually got a little nervous because I'm like, okay, all the fanboys have given their
Fudge.
money. Okay, it's because my fear was like, yeah, there's a very loyal and dedicated fan base of maybe a couple thousand of us who do the thunderclap or whatever and post the videos on YouTube and whatever and post on the forums. But like, okay, that's probably about where it ends, and we'll maybe get another 200 to 300. It'll probably plateau out at 1.8, and like then we'll be done. It'll just stagnate. I'm like, but I was surprised. Got up at 7, done.
Half a day to reach its goal.
Yeah,
Less than a half a day.
8 hours.
I heard 9.
Yeah, I've heard between 8 and 9.
Yeah. And only an hour and 40 minutes to the first million. Like I said. So Genesis book record.
That's cool.
So the most money raised on Kickstarter was 20 million.
Really?
Yep. And it looks like and Veronica Mars is in 7th place at 5 million. Almost at 5.7 million. If you're curious at all about that.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up the game I saw the other day. That did really well. Yeah, so the cool thing about our rewards, I guess, is well, let's go look at what I got. I spent 175. So
Me too.
things
All
I'm,
right. Hey.
things I'm
Go ahead.
looking for. I'm looking forward to getting the game disc copy. So I should be getting that whenever that.
I'm assuming you're gonna get the PC version, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And it says December 17th on all these, but I wonder if that's just a rough estimate.
Oh yeah, it even says estimated delivery date.
Right.
So, go ahead.
Well, I just wonder when it's really going to happen. When can we start? I mean, clearly they've done a little bit of. I don't know. I don't know how quickly that video was thrown together. I mean, looks like they did some environmental work. I mean, because that's the Unreal Engine. I mean, they literally could have just found. Well, okay, I shouldn't say. I mean, that could be a lot of prefabbed assets that they kind of quickly put together to make a quick little cutscene.
Right. And if watching that video, it seems like it's actually before you get into the caves. It takes place.
Yeah. So that's kind of one reason I want to play Shenmue 2 again, is I want to get to this last part and see if I can't find the scene that matches up to it. But yeah, it's like they went backwards a little bit, which sort of makes sense. Maybe they don't, because they don't want to reveal anything.
Right. Because I'm already, you have to jump across the rocks, which was a quick time event.
Yeah. I thought it'd be kind of cool to recreate that "What Is Shenmue" video. That was that came on the Dreamcast. I think it was in the Dreamcast magazine.
Right.
Or something like
DVD or something.
Yeah, but using, the updated engine graphics or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they picked this. And then I've been watching this trailer over and over again because I've been trying to figure out whose voice is that. Because I don't. What? I don't think that's Corey Marshall's voice. I think it's the same guy. Well, actually,
it might be a temp voice.
I keep going back and forth because the voice sounds like the guy who's narrating the trailer, but the trailer does kind of sound like it could be Corey Marshall, but just doing his voice a little bit different. Because actually, when I very first watched it, I'm like, oh, they must be just reusing dialogue from Shenmue 2. Because I'm like, that kind of sounds like Corey Marshall. And that's maybe what how do you say it again?
Shenhua?
Yeah. Oof. I'm like, maybe that's. I couldn't remember. I didn't remember how her voice sounded in Shenmue 2 because I played it on the Dreamcast. So I played the Japanese version, and then they
Right?
changed voice actors between 1 and 2 in the English.
Did they?
So yeah,
I guess I never realized that.
yep. Google it. It's two different actresses, which is interesting. I was trolling Corey Marshall's Facebook page, and the chick that played was it Shenhua or Joy? I don't remember which said she posted a picture of the three people, one of them being her and Corey Marshall and some other guy who might have been Ren. I don't
Yeah.
remember. And it said we did it or something like that, or it's so I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of wonder, did Corey Marshall? I think he would have said something if he was involved in that video at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I was also kind of looking at just like Sega's and Quantum Dream. I'm just curious if they ever said like congratulations or because at least David Cage admitted no Shenmue was an influence on him when he started Need to Go Prophecy or Fahrenheit, depending on which one you call it.
But I actually thought Quantic Dream would be a really good studio to team up with.
Well, I could see him maybe just giving them like tips, like here's no for programming for the PlayStation.
Yeah, but
Or
here's the thing. Quantic Dream has their own engine,
right.
whereas there
Well,
isn't a real engine. I don't know. Which I'm actually kind of surprised they're using on. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised because
I am.
actually, what?
I'm a little surprised they're using a real engine.
What else would they use?
Their own custom one.
Well, I'm actually glad they're not.
And
Because
just
if they tried
update.
to build an engine from the ground up, they would have been at it forever. We would never see it. We'd never see it. To build a rendering engine from the ground up, and then I think the Dreamcast engine is so outdated that they would have to end up rewriting that anyways. It's not like they could try to modify it to look better, but I don't think that'd be practical because at the end of the day they would have just ended up rewriting that too anyways. Plus that engine is probably property of Sega.
Wow.
But
Yeah, probably.
like I said, I would have been happy with a slightly improved Dreamcast engine and art assets. Hell, if they took the Unreal Engine and just put the original art assets in it, I'd be fine with that. But actually, the engine I thought that would, and I've actually thought this for a while, pretty much ever since I played Fallout 3, I'm like, that would be the engine to remake Shenmue in. I mean, I wouldn't know how to do the fight mechanics. That would be hard. I think.
Yeah, you have to probably
what?
right. You probably would have to write your own system for that.
Right. You'd have to get some. Hang on. You'd have to get some access from Bethesda that you wouldn't normally, as a modder, you wouldn't get, like some
Right.
kind of engine access, or But I thought, just because if you think about Fallout 3, you can do quests, and you have a main story. So I'm like, and you can pick up just about anything in that game. So it's kind of, and then you got the Pit Boy that could be your watch.
Right. How hard? Do you know how hard it is to switch between like one engine and go into another in game, or is that even possible?
To switch from one engine to another?
Yeah.
Well, Halo does it somehow, and they do it on the fly. I'm not exactly sure.
It's like a hybrid system they have.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they do that. That
Because
one.
you could have one be Fallout and then another be like some type of fighting game engine.
Yeah. Well, engine is like a car, and it's got all these little subsystems. So, if you needed a fighting system, you could maybe make that analogous to upgrading the radio or something. I don't know. Uh, no odds. No odds are you don't merge two engines, or you don't. Well, it's hard to. I guess it's hard to describe because there's subsystems. An engine is made up of other systems that work together. Like I said, it's a car. You can drive a car without having a radio, but you can add a radio
Right.
in, or these other little features. You know, the car doesn't depend on the radio, just as the radio doesn't depend on the car. The game engine's a little sort of like the same way. I mean, you got to have the components to make the car go. Those rely on each other, but you can add in some niceties, like a better. Um, uh, I just thought someone entered a character into the chat.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah. I was
anyway,
trying to see the list of commands.
but yeah, I think they'll do the fighting with some kind of scripting, some kind
What do you mean
of
by that?
some kind of Unreal Engine scripting. I don't know. I don't know how they'll do it.
Like, right, kind of code for it to do it?
Oh yeah, they'll be writing code for sure, for sure. I haven't looked into Unreal Engine too much. I kind of want to, but it looks like you can write C++ and tie into the engine pretty low level. So, and actually, I think you can get the engine source code. So I think you could heavily customize it if you need to. So,
Okay. Yeah,
my
I'll admit I don't know a whole lot about game engines. Like, since I'm not a programmer like you.
my big concern is I know Yu Suzuki's worked on some games since he's left Shenmue, but I haven't really kept up.
Uh,
Or if he doesn't do as much.
I lost
He's
you
probably more art direct.
for a second there. So,
I
what
was
were you
just
saying
saying,
about him?
I don't know. Huh?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know what games he's worked on since leaving Sega. I know he's worked on a few, but I'm just kind of like wondering, are his skills rusty a bit? Does he have? Is he bringing on people?
Well, it sounds like he's bringing on people who worked on the first games, which is good.
Did I lose you again?
Yeah. But,
Cameron,
yeah.
you still there?
Yep.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you like froze for a bit.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, let's see if there's one thing I can do to help speed things up. I'll turn off my Xbox just in case it's doing any background data.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying, it sounds like from that Kickstarter page, he's bringing in a lot of people who worked on the first games
Yeah.
back, which is good.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah. You open capture?
You still there?
Yeah,
I accidentally hit a button and it did something.
open capture. So, okay. Let's see. What games have you worked on since Shenmue? Virtual Fire 4.
Okay.
All those versions of it, looks like. Virtual Cop 3. Outrun 2. Sega Race TV. Shenmue C. Virtual Fire. Bullet Pirates. Virtual Fire Fever Combo. Some of these are like iPhone, Android games.
Okay.
These last couple Virtual Fire games, yeah. And then Shenmue 4. Or not
Shenmue
4. 4. 3, I mean. And there's some unreleased games. Shenmue Online, which was like slated for 2007. Or, never mind, you're canceled. Never mind. Yes.
Okay. I gotta send you something. So this guy, I was looking up their lead programmer on the Kickstarter page. This Keisha Harari, and I just Googled him, and he's in the game. He's the bar owner. He's the owner of the MJQ Jazz Bar. So I think he put himself in the game or something.
As a little Easter egg.
But,
and what was his job on the game?
What? Well, it says
what was his job on?
Well, he's the creative director. He's the lead programmer for the Shenmue series. In 2010, he founded the independent game development studio Nilo Inc., producing Algorithm for the PlayStation Vita and Japanese arcade version of Left 4 Dead Survivors.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for his picture. I went too far. So yeah, So you didn't get to watch the PlayStation press conference live like I did when they.
Yeah, I was in the car.
As live as I could, because I actually was watching a stream of somebody else watching the stream of the actual press conference. They were like doing a live commentary, and I was watching that version.
Oh. Yeah, I wanted to watch it just on the off chance.
Off chance, yeah. So it's like they're talking about this game that's coming to the Kickstarter now. It's a fan favorite. Now I'm bringing it back. I'm like, oh man, it'd be so awesome. This game was Shenmue. And then hear the first note of music. It's like, holy shit, it's Shenmue. And then Dad was trying to come in because you were on the phone and wanted to talk to me. Like, go away, because I didn't realize it was you on the phone. I'm like, oh wait, I'm watching this. So
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about, son? And then yeah. Do you see that thing I posted to my Facebook? It was like game trailers reaction.
Yeah, the guy's like.
That was pretty much me last the night.
Were you like, could you not like stand anymore? Were you like falling to your knees?
I didn't fall on my knees, but I ran to Dad's office and like started hitting him and ran upstairs and like high-fiving Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I was banging on the dashboard in the car.
I could hear you when I was talking to you about it.
Yeah, imagine hearing that news while driving. Lucky I didn't kill myself. Well, of course, there's still a little bit of like disbelief. Like I gotta go home and just see it for myself.
Right. It's like, yeah, I have to do the same thing. I have to like look at the Kickstarter page every once in a while and see. Yep.
I look at it all day at work. I'm just watching the thing all day at work.
Oh yeah, me too. Well, I'm not at work because I can't. But yep, I watched that. I don't know, that announcement video. I don't know how many times already.
Yeah. So I got her phrase stuck in my head. I like this time of year. The forest all full of colors. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it right now. Dude, can you jump?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds nasally.
Yeah.
This season,
Oh, hang on, hang on. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, water looks cool. I love this season. So beautiful. Forest all full of colors. Yeah.
I'm just hoping these voices are temporary.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about. I wanted to talk about some of the perks I get.
Yes.
So I get
Okay.
a digital, or I get a copy of the game.
Your choice of a digital copy or physical for the PC.
Yeah, which I'm gonna get the physical. I don't know what this trial version is. Your choice of a
Yeah, is
digital.
that like early access type thing?
I hope so, because like, if I'm getting the game, I don't really need a trial version.
Right. I mean, it's gonna be weird because it's like I don't know if I want to play it until it's complete. No,
No problem to play
experience
it.
the story.
Well,
As
so yeah, I wish they had explained some of these rewards a little bit better. Your name in the credits, that's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Along with
Well,
40,000 other names.
right. Well, I just want to go back to the trial version. Maybe I'm hoping it's kind of like, okay, we're working on the fighting system. Here's what we have, and it's our fighting version. Tell us what's working for you, what's not working. Maybe it's just not actually testing like a trial version of the game,
Well,
but
here's the other
more
thing.
like parts of the game, part
Right.
mechanics of the game.
Ooh, it's 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
we've been going at this for a while. But the other thing, yeah, be able to participate in surveys, vote in polls for the ideas you want. That'll be interesting. And that has a delivery date of August 2015.
Yeah, because it's a
So
poll. It's a
yeah,
survey.
so hopefully we'll be seeing those soon. What else? I get my name in the credits. Be the first anywhere to play Shenmue 3. Get the real word straight from the development team. So, I don't know if that's such a perk. Get the real word straight from the development team. I mean, that'll be cool to get those updates. However, they give those out, but I'm like, those are gonna get leaked anyways.
Yeah.
Anything that they post is gonna get leaked anyways. I don't know how they're gonna control that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It happens.
I would love it if they did like a dev blog or either written or review blog. Like if they did that like once a month, like, hey, this is what we got done today or this month, or this is what we're at, or these are, yeah. So the toy capsules, I'm actually not that excited about. I know a lot of people those. I mean, they're cool, but I never got into it that much.
No, I was just thinking about that. Is that going to be like a microtransaction thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, because it sounds like we get tickets.
Tickets? Or is that just you get them automatically and then you can earn more through the game?
What?
No, you're going to get these 20 tickets. If you want more, you just play the game and you earn more that way.
Yeah, that'll be it. I don't see this game really lending itself to microtransactions. But maybe. I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. One of 4 random figures: Rio, Shenhua, Chai, or the forklift. It's interesting that they're doing Chai.
I think it's kind of a big character in the series.
Yeah, but is he going to be in the third one? I mean, is this a hint?
Or is it just harking back? Well, the forklift's probably not going to be in the third one. So.
Backer only advanced technique scroll plus 20 capsule toy tickets on MP3 download of the original soundtrack. Yeah, I wasn't that excited about the soundtrack, just because I already own a physical copy of it.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be the third game
Original.
soundtrack.
Well, maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know. With unreleased tracks.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me think it's the original with new
Well, it
tracks.
could be. It could be some from the original games that weren't never released, but I'm saying it mostly it's going to be um, from the third game.
A digital art book filled with with unreleased illustrations. Cool. Yeah, an original Shenmue 3 T-shirt. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a Shenmue T-shirt to wear around. I'd probably wear that everywhere.
So
And then,
yeah, or are you going to preserve it?
oh, I want two of them now.
Yeah.
And then now I get the printed art book curated by Yu Suzuki. That's actually the one thing I'm really excited about. 'Cause I really
Is
want
that
that
going?
art.
I wonder if is that going to be different from the digital version?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. 'Cause the digital one said unreleased images. I don't know.
Right.
You know,
Let's see what else.
I was tempted to spend the 300 to get his signature, or was it 300?
Signed copy.
Yeah, I might. Oh, I don't know. I still might bump up to 300 before it's done. I don't collect a lot of game. What?
Go ahead.
I don't collect a lot of game things. Hardly at all, to be honest. But this is one game memorabilia I wouldn't mind collecting. Like, I don't do the big special editions.
Like
I
I
mean,
do.
I think they're cool, they're nice, but at the end of the day, I just want to play the. You care more about playing the game
Right.
than I do having that extra. So,
Bless you.
whew. So is this going up on our YouTube channel? Like, does
Yeah.
this stream get saved and then people can watch this?
Yeah. We had one viewer for a while there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How could you tell?
It said on my screen.
Must have got bored.
Eh.
Not that entertaining. Maybe if we broke down in tears and cried and jumped around the house a bit.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So I made a video for my other channel about telling about the Kickstarter. And I pretended Dreamcast was talking to me.
Really?
And yeah. And I was saying, oh, it's going to be coming out for PlayStation. And I'm like, oh, shh. I know you had bad times with PlayStation, but it's in the past. Go to sleep now. Sure, watch it if you want.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Anyways,
You know,
what else you want?
this is actually one. What?
I was going to say, what else you want to talk about?
I don't know. This is actually one game I literally have had dreams about. Like, I've
Dreams.
literally
Sure.
dreamed about it coming out. Like, I actually had this one dream where I was playing. Well, I don't know if it was a sequel, but I was playing. It wasn't actually, and it wasn't even actual scenes from the game, but I actually had this dream like I was playing a HD version of Shenmue 2 on my Wii. So
Yeah. I was, before even this announcement of 3, I was thinking about doing a retrospective about the Shenmue series. But now it's now I'm like, I got a new title for the third part when I talk about Shenmue 3. Dreams do come true.
yeah.
Or something like that.
So
Yeah.
I don't have much else to talk about.
Oh, I have one thing we can talk about. Do you think this is going to be the final chapter or final game? Because and everything I've seen, it says continuous or continues the story of Rio. It doesn't say it's conclude or anything like that. So you think this is going to be the last game?
Yeah, I've been wondering that too. It's like, do you dare
Risk it.
leave it on a cliffhanger again? Yeah, I've been debating this. Like, okay, do you do a cliffhanger again? Or do you conclude it all? But by concluding it, do you disappoint the fans because you abbreviate the
Shorten.
story or shorten it or rush parts? But then, if it doesn't do well, which I think is a very real possibility, I hate to say it, but I think it's a very real possibility that this game has very underwhelming sales. I hate to say it, but I think.
Well, how do you measure that though? Because you're raising your money through Kickstarter, so
Yeah,
all get the copy except for the $5. Everybody gets a copy except for people who donate under $28 or $29.
right.
It's like,
But that 2 million or that 3 million isn't enough to pay for the whole game. I bet you that 3 million doesn't even pay for the voice cast if they do that. And then if they don't have a voice cast, are you gonna disappoint fans? Like, where's the voices? I mean, I don't know. Or is that gonna be a lower, or is that gonna make it if someone I'm just thinking about I'm thinking about the new people that play this game. I think there's a few things working against this game. It's got a 3 in the title. If I've never played Shenmue and I see a 3, I'm like, well, I really want to play the first two to even, just like you're the same way. You don't jump in the middle of a series.
I did with Metal Gear Solid, and I was like, what the hell is going on in this game? That's why I stopped playing that one and went back. I at least made it through the first game.
I mean,
so
at least
need to go
the
play the second, third. So, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, at least the first stretch goal was to get the Shenmue 1 and 2 cinema shorts, whatever those are. If that's gonna be
My guess is
anime style or the movie trimmed or redone, or I mean, there's a Shenmue 1 movie, but is anyone gonna sit down and watch that, or is it just gonna be some kind of brief recap?
my guess them cinema shorts are going to be animated shorts, like that just kind of summarizes the key points from the
I
games.
thought I heard there would be flashbacks. I wonder if that's it.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like you said 100 times already. You wish we had more information about what these stretch goals are.
So I think the 3 is working against it. Having a 3 in the title. But I say it again, I wish they would release 1 and 2, but is that going to help or hurt? They're pretty dated at this point. I think if you release them, you have to release them as an arcade, some kind of indie arcade or something. Something that doesn't imply that this is super high quality, that this is. You have to release it as some kind of like Dreamcast classic or something,
Right.
or like retro arcade, so people don't think it's a new game, or a remaster or anything. Because Sega doesn't really remaster games. Even
They
Sonic. Yeah,
bare minimum.
even those few Dreamcast ports we got were bare minimum. The only game that I thought they put any effort into making it, I wouldn't say better, but at least somewhat on par with the way it was released, was Jet Grind Radio. Because they went out of their way to find the music.
I would say that probably was the best HD from them, even though some music is missing.
Yeah, they actually tried to get as much of the music as they could. The graphics, I think, on that one were fairly easy to update because of the cell shading. So, Yeah.
So we're up to 3,100 or $106,120. So we're less than $100,000 away from this stretch goal.
Which I'm sure we'll get by sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so the question: do you think this is going to be the last one? Part of me is like, yeah, make it the last one, get it done, so we don't have to wait another 14 years for some kind of completion. Because actually, I think that's what made this game endure so long. Was
Is the wait.
it ended on a cliffhanger? I mean, because I think about like, why do I care that this game gets a sequel more than let's say Max Payne or something like that? I'm thinking, well, Max Payne didn't really end on a well. Maybe that's not a good example. Those games didn't exactly end on a cliffhangers. Their stories were fairly complete. But this is one of the few games
Well,
that I've
yeah, each
played.
game is a contained story too.
Right. But this is the one of the few games I've played where it actually ended on a cliffhanger. The first one did that too, which I kind of hated. I'm like, oh, damn it. And then I spent, like a year trying to figure out how I'm going to get Shenmue 2 to play it. And I didn't care how I got it, I just wanted it. So,
Right.
but,
Yeah, I wonder if something's gonna happen similar to maybe like with to Alan Wake, because that on a cliffhanger. It's like on the next part.
yeah. And I I keep thinking like, I actually would be okay if they did more like an episode format, or let's call them chapters format, where they release the core game and it maybe has 3 or 4 chapters, whatever, the length of Shenmue 1 or 2 worth of content. And then you could get these chapters, or you could buy like episode,
Yeah.
that can just pick up where it left off. So hopefully that way they don't have to completely redo the game.
You talking about episodes just makes me think of Half-Life 2 and how it's been over 10 years since the main game came out.
What's that?
You're just making me think of Half-Life 2, how it's been over 10 years since the main game came out.
Yeah. It's honestly, speaking of Half-Life, it'd be cool if they came out with Half-Life 3, but I can't say that's really a game I really care that. I mean, it was good. I liked it,
Right?
but I don't know. I mean, like compared to Shenmue 3, like I'm okay with it being a cliffhanger, but I think with Shenmue 3, there's just so much more of a character-based story, and you just get invested. I think you get to me. I got so invested in this main character, well, in the mysteries too. Like, what the hell's up with all these unanswered questions?
Yeah. Me at the end too, it's like, what the fuck's going on? And cut to credits.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
good.
And I kind of like these fighting games, to be honest. I think I kind of like the RPG fighting game format. So, because that's kind of what Shenmue was. You'd go around, do these quests, kind of, and then you'd fight. But they're broken up. I don't know. I mean, I can definitely see where it got its roots in Virtual Fighter.
Yeah. I like any game that if you want to, there's so much you can explore within the game. And if you want to just play through the main game, you can do that too. And still be satisfied.
I like how you can explore, but I like how it's somewhat contained. Like I don't feel like take like Fallout for example.
Yeah.
You could spend a long time running in a single direction and sometimes see nothing or find stuff. There's so much, but well, actually, the one thing I like about Shenmue is it feels like an RPG, but it's set in these cities and these, it's not wilderness and you go out and try to level up your character. It feels like you're
Right.
in real world locations and it's in a somewhat modern time. But
Yeah.
it's not. It's not. It's So it's sort of like GTA in that sense, but it's not this overly expansive game where I'm looking for realism, but I'm not looking for that big of depth, of game area. I mean, I like that it's kind of contained to these villages or cities. They're big, but they're not too big to the point where like Shenmue 2, I could probably go explore everything if I wanted to.
Right.
Whereas like a game like Grand Theft Auto or Fallout, I could probably do that, but I'd be doing it for like a month.
Oh
Or like in
yeah.
Shenmue 2, where I could probably do it in a week.
I know my first playthrough of Fallout 3 was like 103 hours
Yeah.
because there is so much to explore in that game.
I don't know. To me, like the Shenmue 1 and 2 was definitely bigger, but it was just the right size. Not too big, not too small.
Right.
So,
And then there was plus in Shenmue 2, there was areas you couldn't get into right away. So that add to like, ooh, what could be beyond that point?
I do kind of wonder, like, how different are the game mechanics going to be from the first two? Are you going to be able to pick up everything and look at it again? Or, because
Yeah.
it seems like it's weird because, like, 1 and 2, or Shenmue 1 and 2 are actually feel like different. They're very similar, but they're different. Like, in 1, I felt like you could pick up more, but you also had a smaller world. Whereas 2, it's like, okay, we had to make some trade offs. We have a much bigger world, but it's a little less interactive because it's so much bigger. You can't go into every building
Right.
like you can in Shenmue 1. Because in
And there
Shenmue
was
1,
God.
You could pretty much go into everything, every building.
Right.
Shenmue 2, I didn't feel like you could go into quite as. There's a lot of buildings you couldn't go into. But, well, and then Shenmue 2, you could solve things multiple ways. The one thing Shenmue just tried to do, but well, I guess in my opinion, it somewhat failed. But it's like, oh, I need to find a place to stay tonight. Well, you had a couple options, and there's really no consequences.
Right.
Not. So I think that's where, if you play like Fallout New Vegas on hardcore mode, you actually have to like sleep and eat. I'm like, that would be kind of cool to have a little bit of an element like that in Shenmue where, if you get sleep, you can get like, you wouldn't, none of this would maybe kill you. But if you got like sleep deprived,
Slow
it
you
maybe,
down.
it maybe slow you down or cut back on your fighting prowess or, so you have to actually do the jobs to make the money, to get the food, to get to pay for the hotel. Oh yeah, it's like the hotel. You never actually had to pay. Well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, you didn't have to pay. You could if you wanted to.
Putting it off.
Yeah, make what you do in the world count for a little bit more.
Right.
Towards, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, exactly. You have to get a job to find a place to sleep. You have to buy food, or I don't know if you want to get that far into it, but
Yeah.
or at least find food.
Shenmue 2 had that hostel, but you can make it like, well, okay, if you don't have any money and you didn't get a job, and you have to sleep in that hostel or whatever, by the pier or whatever. You can maybe get some sleep, but you don't get as good of sleep. Or I don't know.
Right. Maybe you could have some random events where, oh, I don't know, somebody wakes you up because there's fighting going on.
Right.
Somebody's fighting with another person, or yeah, you get robbed.
Yeah, so it just seems like those ideas were in Shenmue 2, but they just weren't fully fleshed out. And I thought it'd be just kind of cool if they took it one step further.
Yeah, I don't know if it probably was a little bit beyond what they could do at the time.
Probably not beyond what they could do. Probably just beyond what they had planned to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Part of me just wants Shenmue 3. Okay, this is a crazy idea, but and I don't think I'm not the first one to mention this idea. But there's part of me like it would be so cool if they could actually release it on the Dreamcast with the with little VMU. Like I don't care about the graphics to be honest. If you can make it as good as Shenmue 2 was, graphics wise,
Yeah.
I'd play Shenmue 3 like I would swap out all the discs I had. I would swap out 20 discs. I don't know.
Yeah. It's probably possible. I think you just we have to get your hands on the character models or on the models and stuff and downgrade them. Because I saw a video where somebody took Last of Us characters and imported them into Resident Evil 4 PC edition.
Okay.
You could play as
Well, it's a
them.
little different because you have a little more variable processing power.
Right.
But, yeah. I thought it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it'd be. I don't know. I wish we could get the original game source code so we could make like a native PC version. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I thought it'd be cool to mod like a null or a Dreamcast emulated version and and retexture it. Because you see like those Mario 64 retextures that people did. I'm like, wouldn't that be cool if you could do that with like the original Shenmue and get like higher res textures in there somehow? And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible to take a retail game and backwards engineer it because when they do those HD releases for certain games, that's all they do is take a retail disc and backwards engineer it from there. So you have all the original source files.
Who does this?
Like the God of War collection and the Metal Gear collection. The company who was responsible for doing that, that's all they did was take a retail copy of the game, backwards engineer it from there, and be able to pour over to the newer system.
Because backwards engineering is really hard to do.
Well, I'm sure they had a little leg up on everything else to do it.
Well, you're working, you can get it to assembly, but I'm surprised they wouldn't just get the original source code or have access to that. But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be kind of cool to play it on the Dreamcast.
The true experience.
Actually, I thought it'd be kind of cool if one of the stretch goals was like a PC compatible Dreamcast controller that had like a VMU. I've not been able to find a way to get the Dreamcast controller to work on PC. Like I've looked for tutorials. There might have been a adapter from a long time ago. I don't know. I've never been able to find it. I don't know how hard it would be to make it work. New controller, Dreamcast, DK Oldies. But I think that's probably just for the Dreamcast. Dreamcast controller stickers. Dreamcast controller adapter for PC USB. Amazon. Oh. Oh.
Right?
I didn't have to get this.
What is it?
Ooh. I'll send you the link.
Hey, we have one viewer again.
Yay, viewer.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
Welcome, stranger.
Oh, no, you just lost him.
Did I? I still see him.
Actually, I can't tell when I get a viewer. But yeah, Dreamcast controller, Dreamcast adapter for PC USB. I will probably be getting this because it would be cool to play Shenmue on a emulator and use the Dreamcast controller.
No, I want to get for my Dreamcast
What? Shenmue 2?
VGA,
So I have the VGA adapter, and the Shenmue
and I
2 doesn't work.
well, I want to get the VGA adapter and get VGA to HDMI so I can capture.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to order this adapter, although it's probably crap. Well, maybe it's not.
Doesn't have any reviews. Does it? Oh no, it has 3.5 stars.
Yes, it does.
3.4 to be exact.
I
mean,
think.
it's $120, so you're not out much.
Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know. I've been thinking about playing Shenmue 1 and 2 again now. But actually, as much as I like those games, I actually have a little bit of a hard time going back and playing those. Like, well, especially like the first one. Like, I know exactly everything that happens, exactly the order I have to do it in. There's no surprises. I know everything. Oh well, I take that back. There's like one cutscene I never got to unlock, and
Oh, is it the Friends one?
Yeah. So, and I actually have the Shenmue strategy book somewhere that I bought. I've been thinking about, yeah, so I've actually been thinking about, I should dig that up and replay the game using the strategy guide. Because I bought that on eBay just for the hell of it, because I'm like, I just want some Shenmue merchandise. So, and it'd be cool to get a Shenmue 2 strategy guide. Shenmue 2, I could.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm currently looking up what's the fastest somebody beat Shenmue in a speed run, because I am curious how fast you can beat that game, especially with those moments you have to wait around.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is like, since I remember how to beat it, most of it, I can get a lot done in a single day. Like I know exactly where to be, who to talk to, and I can even bypass a few things. So, although it has been a while since I've played it all the way through, so maybe I've forgotten some.
The last
Shenmue
time,
2,
go ahead.
Shenmue 2 is the one would be hard to play again because that one. Well, what did I beat that one in 4 days? Because I pretty much played that one nonstop. It might have been a little longer than 4 days.
So a week, I don't want to say it took you.
But that one's a lot longer. That one, but I've actually forgotten a lot of things. I always keep trying to beat it on the Xbox, and then I kind of lose interest after a while. Not that it's because I dislike the game or anything. I just so
you get busy. Yeah, the last time I played through Shenmue 1 all the way was 2009. I started playing like 2 years ago when we did that last video about Shenmue. I haven't finished it because I think that time you had the Dreamcast and I didn't have one yet. So
yeah, where'd you get your new one
at? Last Stops CD shop.
Was I there?
Like, yeah, you bought it. You pay for it because you owe me some money for something.
Well, I broke your other one.
Yeah.
Those things are so fragile. I think I'm on my third Dreamcast. Because I keep trying to do the little trick where you can adjust the screw to adjust the CD thing, and that always breaks it. So.
See, the fastest, well, this is a YouTube video, but looks like they did it in 8 hours and 26 minutes.
Well, I could do it quicker.
Shenmue Bad Ending speedrun in 1 hour and 50 minutes. Here's the speedrun website. See what they say.
You're sending it to me?
No, I'm looking. I can send it to you if you want.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looks like the fastest time. First place. 1 hour and 56 minutes and 51 seconds. Oh, that's Shenmue 2, not right. First one, 8 hours. I think that feature of being able to wait, or not wait, but speed up game time helps with the second one being a little faster.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Another reason I think the Fallout engine would have been good because it has that baked in already. And it kind of has like those NPCs that do their own thing. Anyways. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I want you to give your predictions at where the Kickstarter will finally end up. How much?
Okay, give me a second. Where we're at now? We're at 3.1 million. Stretch goals go up to
5 million.
5 million right now. But it is massively slowing down in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's crawling. But if it keeps going every day a little bit, and what did the day start out at? What?
Under 3 million. It was like, when I checked it was like 2,800,000.
So 300,000 a day. Let me think about this for a minute. I'll say I'll put my money on 8 million.
8?
Yeah.
No.
If you truly think it'll speed up towards the end, and if we keep making 300,000 a day, even at 20 days, that's 6 million.
I was gonna say maybe 4,200,000.
Really?
For my guess. Yeah. But you never know. I mean, I think it's one of those things with Kickstarter. Once a project it gets funded or reaches its goal, at least, people don't donate because they already know it's funded.
Yeah. But I guess I'd rather give him plenty of money. So,
Yeah.
okay, I guess one more topic. I don't know. It's not so much a question, more as a thought I've been kicking around. I want this game, even if it's bad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, like, are we worried about the gameplay? Are you worried about the quality of the game?
I mean, admittedly, the first game doesn't have the best controls or gameplay. I don't want to say gameplay, but controls are a little stiff at sometimes. But it's still an enjoyable game. It's my favorite game. So yeah, if it's not the greatest gameplay, but the story's there, I'm all in.
Yeah, I say I'd rather just have the story be complete, even if it's a terrible game. If that makes sense. If somebody will finish it, and then I can just watch the clips on YouTube. As long as it's not unplayable, just put it that way.
Right. Yeah, as long as there's nothing too like game breaking in it. I mean,
And
even as is with the voice acting, Rio's character model. I can live with that. Be nice if they improve it, but
Well, that's why I almost say like. So this is why I keep coming back to, because it can't be any worse than like Shenmue 2 was. You know what I mean in terms of quality. And like I
hang
like
on.
Shenmue 2.
You cut out for a second there, so you're gonna have to repeat the first part.
So this is why I keep bringing up like the original game engine. Like sometimes I almost think if that would be easier to do it, I'd actually be okay with them doing it in that engine because like I mean I know they won't. I know that'll never happen. But I'm
Right.
like, if it's easier for them to use that and just get it done and to be the
And you
same quality as Shenmue 2, I can live with that. I'd be happy with that. Okay by me.
use their money,
What?
use their money somewhere else.
If money, yeah, if the money is just to keep the lights on while they work on it. And well, my other thought is like, how much of Shenmue 3 did they have done before they stopped? Or before they even finished Shenmue 2? I think some of it's,
Yeah,
because there's even like some hidden sections people have found on the Shenmue 2 disc. And it actually might be that Bashia, whatever village.
yeah. Because if you used to do a Google search for Shenmue 3 images, you would see like people training in that village, which
Yeah.
yeah. Going back to like rumors and all, I want to say 2 years ago, posted that picture to my Facebook of the Shenmue 3 disc, supposedly.
Yeah.
That was, I wonder if that's an actual image and
I actually
no,
think
like
there might.
real. And it was like you Suzuki finally getting the source files that he created all those years ago.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a kind of like a pre-alpha build out there. You know,
Yeah.
if while they weren't finishing Shenmue 2, they hadn't started on Shenmue 3 a bit.
Well, I know there's one reviewer I watched whose opinion was the last disc where you're in that village was initially meant to be part of Shenmue 3 and they decided to include it with Shenmue 2. That's just a
Oh,
theory, but because it is different from the rest of Shenmue 2 that last disc.
yeah. Yeah, I think. Anyways, yeah, I think they had more Shenmue 3 done than we knew. But I think they're going to have to start over from scratch now.
Right.
It It's interesting to know how much he had done or not. Because it sounded like I think Shenmue 1 was meant to be a little bit more, but that first chapter ended up taking longer than they thought it would. So they, well, no, I take that back. I don't know that. But anyway,
I think I'm going to post a question on this sir that's going to simply say, how far were you into Shenmue 3 before you were told to stop?
yeah.
See if that gets an answer.
Well, you should ask him what is this trial version.
Yeah.
You should ask him. Well, and maybe they're planning to elaborate on these perks.
I think, yeah.
That's kind of the cool thing is you get these updates, and it sounds like they're going to post fairly regular. So I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to that.
Well, I think even that Veronica Mars Kickstarter page still gets updates
Oh, really?
because they were talking about the creators, David Thompson. Or no, what's the guy's name who created the show? Rob Thompson. He was talking about his new show on CW, like Play Again Dick, or that one is called. So, yeah. Still get updates for that, even though that project's been done with for over a year.
Yeah.
Anyways, back on topic.
I don't know. Maybe
Right,
that's a
here we
plateau.
go.
I want to say 8 million. This is where it's going to plateau. Just because we're at 3
That'd be
million.
awesome.
but I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to know when this target release date is. Is it really December? It probably is December of 2017.
Well, it's gonna be out when it's done.
So
I think
that's almost
I
two
think it's
years. That is
a
like
year and a half.
no December 2017. That's like 2.5 years.
2.5.
Because
It's 2015, dude.
another 6 months, and we're into
Well,
2016. Then another year, full year, and then basically another full year because December 2017. You basically have it's think of it as January of 2018 is basically when we're going to get it.
16. Just do the math, dude.
It's like 2.5 years.
So 2017 minus 2015, that's 2 years. And we're already halfway through
It's
2015.
no, it's longer than you think because it's inclusive, not exclusive. Just think about it like this. Okay, it's 2015. We're in June right now, right? So
Right?
what is it going to be in 6 months?
December 2015. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's 6 months. Well, let's say it's 6 months and a couple days, or so it's well, yeah, just even 6 months. We'll be into January. Then you have all of 2016. That's another year, and then you have another almost all of 2017. So you're looking at 2.5 years. That's that's the only downside of all of this. You have to wait
He's
another
waiting
two and a
some
half
more.
years. But I
So
guess
it's going to be, what, 16 years since the last game by then?
yeah.
Almost 20 years.
It's one of those things. I guess you've waited this long. What's two more? But that's why I can't actually wait for Kickstarter to be done. And that first bullet, where we start seeing some surveys. And really, honestly, I think he can start as soon as E3 is done. As soon as he goes home, I think he can start working on it a little bit. Because it's like, hey guys, we're going to get the money. Let's go ahead and start doing some work.
Yeah,
Let's
and if
let's go get dinner and let's do some.
Sony's giving him money, if
What?
Sony's backing him too.
Yeah. Well, his company must have some seed money, and it sounds like he's part. It sounds like his production team, his original production team, went off and has been fairly successful on their own. So I think
Right.
I think there's some money there. So I don't know. And clearly, his original team wants to get it done too. If they're all coming back together, I think their script guy looks funny. He just really looks like this biker dude, kind of. Well, I don't know. He kind of looks like this rough
Yeah.
Hollywood type, like chain smoker. So we still have a follower, or did he leave?
Oh, you left. Or she.
He,
Nobody
she,
says
or
his name.
it?
Or a bot.
What?
Or a bot.
Yeah, probably a robot.
I am a robot. I am programmed to love. Hey,
Yes.
you have anything else?
No. Maybe we can have a follow up discussion later.
About Fallout 4.
Well, or Shenmue if we have a couple more ideas.
Yeah.
Or Fallout 4.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't.
Speaking of Fallout 4, quickly, they just confirmed that Fallout 3 will be with Fallout 4.
In what form though?
Yeah,
360
that's the
game mod for the Fallout 4 engine. I could see them
yeah.
doing a mod, and then can their new engine take in a old, the old Fallout files and use them, use the models and the scripts, like a data file. That'd be kind of cool. It seems like a couple of these newer games are including the old versions with them because they're doing that for Rainbow Six as well.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
No,
including the first.
yeah. I know the Chronic Rick games did that, where they include the older game.
It'll be interesting.
How should I phrase this question? What is trial version? What include?
Yeah, what is? Yeah, you. Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. What is trial version? What does that mean?
And posted. All right. So I got my 2 questions in. You have anything else before we go? Wrap this up. Oh, we've been only saying that for the last hour.
It was actually went a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
And I want to watch some TV and go to bed.
I want to play some Shenmue.
I might look into getting some Shenmue action going here. I'm actually, since the Xbox One was going to be able to play 360 games later, I've actually been considering hacking my 360 to see if I can run like a Dreamcast emulator on it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
See, I want to play some Shenmue, and I was playing Silent Hill before this announcement, so I should play some more of that.
I might try to go through the effort of getting my VGA cable to work with Shenmue 1 and 2. So,
You said you didn't work with 2, didn't you?
yeah, just because I think it's a European version. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into it. I'm sure it's doable.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of want to download the custom Shenmue 2 that has the English voices.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. I don't really like to torrent anymore. Because even if you're, well, not that this would be legit, but even if you did legit stuff and you torrent, people still, like your ISP's like, oh, you're downloading illegal shit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I suppose it'd be hard to claim that as a legitimate backup source. You're just backing up your, because it is a modified file.
I'll have to look into it because I do have 2 copies of the game, Xbox and Dreamcast.
Right.
And I spent like $80 to get it on the Dreamcast, which fulfilled like a childhood dream of mine to get that game. Because I remember in high school looking it up all the time, like wanting to get it on eBay. It was like $80, and back then $80 was a big deal for me.
Yeah. I remember freaking out when you finally got those Disney were starting playing. But that's real, right there on the chip.
On the what?
When you first got the game.
When I got I got the bootlegs.
Right, and it shows real on the ship, like.
Badly, I wanted that. I ended up buying bootlegs off the internet.
I mean, who knew it would be so easy just to download it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I'll let you go.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks for watching. Whoever watched this, and until next time, bye.
Bye.